Aries, welcome to I'm the Monad Tarot. Thank you so much for choosing me and trusting me with your reading, Aries. I certainly hope and pray that all is well. Thank you for all your likes, your shares, your comments, your subscribes. Welcome to new members. Welcome to new subscribers. Welcome to those who are returning. I appreciate your love and your support. Become a member here at I'm the Monad Tarot, where we have early access to videos, members-only videos, and monthly readings. Aries, I'll be doing your reading here from the Hoodoo Tarot deck. Give you a nice three-way split, Aries. All right, Aries, let's get into it. All right, Aries, I feel you have someone in your energy here. This Father of Sticks in reverse. I'm hearing a real asshole right out the gate. Okay. A liar. I'm hearing prima donna. Okay. So, maybe this person is just kind of, what does prima donna mean exactly? Maybe they're kind of prissy. Okay. I'm hearing they are. Okay. Always focused on themselves and how they look. I'm hearing they think they are so cute. They think they are so live. Even I'm hearing they think they are so high functioning, and I'm gathering that they're probably not as much as they think they are. This person, I feel like they may pride themselves on being a leader, but they're not. I'm hearing the word stolen. Okay, like maybe this person stole something, stolen legacy, or maybe this person has taken on somebody's legacy as their own. Okay, something that doesn't belong to them. I'm hearing square, but I'm hearing it in the energy of this person is a real square. Okay, y'all, that's an old term. Okay, y'all remember that. Okay, like nerdy. Okay, this might be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I'm hearing, but it's not. Okay, I heard that quick, but it's not a fire sign. All right, this person here was trying to defeat you, outwit you. Okay. Win against you at all costs, at any cost. They have not been able to do it. They will not be able to do it. You're fine. If they've been trying to torture you, okay, make you be full of anxiety and worry and all of that type of stuff, this person has not done it. I'm hearing they don't have the means to do it. Okay, they wish they had some kind of power over you. They've been trying to disempower you, trying to take you from you. Okay, but they have not been able to, nor will they be allowed to, I'm hearing. Okay, all right, let's continue on. Maybe they've run out of time. Okay, maybe there was something about time here. I don't know. I'm hearing it's not so much about time. Hold on. Okay, I don't know what the issue is. Okay. They want to try to, this whole thing, like I said, about outwitting you. Okay. I feel like they might be trying to figure out some kind of way here to get in your mental space. Okay. This person, interesting. They think they're smarter than you, or they like to believe that. Okay. I'm hearing this person is a fool, a real idiot. Okay. Burdensome. I'm hearing burdensome nature, but I was also hearing a burden to nature itself. Damn. Okay, yeah, you know that's bad. Okay, nature itself. Okay, is looking at this person, which means the world, the universe. Goddamn. Okay, is looking at this person as a burden here. They've been trying to plant some kind of seeds here in your mind. I feel like seeds of doubt. Okay, they want you, and look at this with the Ten of Sticks, burden. Okay, they want you to doubt yourself, question yourself, and maybe they've been trying to do it. Get in your mind. That's how you gonna doubt yourself and question yourself in your mental space. Okay, but they have not been able to do it. They really pride themselves on being an intellectual. Okay, and maybe amongst their community and their friends, they are an intellectual. Okay, but not with you. Okay, they're not as smart and wise as they perceive themselves to be, or would like to believe themselves to be. Okay, I'm here definitely not up against you, Aries. Cross watch your honey. If this is hey, you can put your silly comments if you want. You know what's gonna happen to them every time you do them, bro. They just get deleted. I don't give a fuck. All right. this person, wants to outfox you, outwit you, so on and so forth, Aries. Okay, but they don't have the means nor the ability to. Okay, and again, like I said, they might be smart amongst their community. Okay, but that doesn't mean with everybody. They can't outwit everybody. They can't outfox everybody. Okay, but they damn sure want to try with you. They just really want to burden you. Okay, I feel like this person. What is this? People like this, like, what the fuck is your problem, cross watcher? You ain't gonna put that in the fucking comments. You understand what I'm saying? It's like they don't want you to have anything. Okay, they want to burden you till your dying day. Okay, to you just don't have nothing. Okay, and no one. I feel like in some kind of way, they might want to, their next step in trying to, burden you, okay, and outwit you and outfox you, blah, blah, blah. They might try to do something in regards to religion, or institution, tradition, okay. Yeah, they want to, I feel like, in some way, say something to you here, or in whatever kind of way, get in your head whatever kind of way in regards to religion and institution. It's so funny because I was just watching that video about that TikToker, well-known tarot reader who had like 1 million followers or something like that, who's now a Christian. Okay, or decided she was going to give up tarot and go into Christianity or whatever. I'm not making any commentary on that. I'm just saying I was just watching that like right before I started to do this reading. Okay, so this person might want to try to throw some kind of, if it is religion, okay, they want to try to make you feel bad for your stance on whatever it is that you believe. Now, I'm hearing the words Christianity, but there may be people out there who are watching this who are Christian, okay, who are Aries, who are Christian. So, but you might be watching tarot. Well, not you might be. If you would be watching me, you'd be watching tarot. Try to do something to make you feel bad, like you're supposed to be a Christian. Why is you watching tarot? Stupid shit. You understand what I'm saying? Try to throw some kind of religious, traditional, institutionalized shit on you. Okay, this person is, they're not bright, because your walk is your walk. Their walk is their walk. They can't tell you shit about your fucking walk, especially if you didn't ask them. Okay, and I seriously doubt whoever this person is, you would have asked them anything. They might be a leader in some community, but for you, they're not. Father of six in reverse. This person is no leader for you. You don't get any kind of abundance from this person. You don't get any kind of guidance from this person. I seriously doubt that you have asked this person, or have you gone to this person for any kind of leadership and guidance. Okay, so fuck them. Screw them. Okay, but these are people like this. They think they can get into anybody's head. Once again, they think that they're, so intellectual and so smart and so great. They may have been able to do this type of dirt to some people. Okay, but they really want to do it to you, Aries. They're after you to try to get in your head. So they want to try to make. They're contemplating this now. They're trying to figure this out. What would be the best method and means here? Okay, how can I get to Aries? How can I make Aries feel bad about your spiritual walk and your Christian? I'm hearing Christian, specifically Christian. Okay, your Christian walk, okay, that they shouldn't be doing that. Once again, like you watching tarot, who knows what other things you do. But see, it's fools like this who don't realize how broad Christianity is. They probably don't know shit about hoodoo, reading from the Hoodoo Tarot deck. They probably don't know about, there's so many branches of Christianity, probably don't even know anything about the pictures of the ancient relic pictures of Jesus holding a wand, so on and so forth. Okay, this person probably, all they know is what they learn is on Sunday morning service. Okay, and that's in Sunday school when they was 10 years old, and that's good enough for them. They think they got all the answers, and they think they know how to get to you and destroy you. They want to, they might even do something so silly as to send someone your way here from that community, from a Christian community, okay, to try to welcome you home. okay, with the 4 or 6 in reverse, okay. I feel like you're a Christian, or that's your background, okay. If it's not Aries, then if there's an Aries watching and it's not, but some of this resonates, take it as it resonates. You might be from some other kind of traditional religious background. You might be Muslim, so on and so forth. But if you're not at all, they might try to do something to say that you need to be, trying to proselytize you and pull you in, okay. And I do not have, me personally, I don't have any issues at all with religion, okay. I used to teach religious studies, okay, and comparative world religion at a couple of the community colleges here, so I don't have any issues with religion at all. I don't take the same stance that some people do on religion, okay. I'm just saying that to say you're not going to hear me bash it, and that's not what I'm doing in this reading, okay. But let's continue on, right. So they might try to do something or send someone into you to try to welcome you home, or welcome you into the fold. And you know who you are. You're an adult. You have a mind, okay. This person is living in the past, okay, when certain people had to try to convince the world that they had to follow their way and live their lives and according to them, and change their whole entire culture and structure, which basically fucked up their whole environment, okay. Convincing those people to do that to get to God, okay. Them days is long over with. Okay, these are people that are stuck. They have not ascended. Okay, like my dad used to tell me about the ascension. And I would ask him, be like, well, it sounded so much like the rapture. For those of you who are familiar, he was like, no, we all gonna be together. Okay, but it's more of a state of mind. Okay, so this is someone who has not ascended. They're still operating off of like the early 1900s, 1800s, and shit like that. Colonization and war, and trying to overtake people through these diabolical means. Okay, that shit don't work no more unless you let it work, unless you allow someone to do that to you. What did the ancients tell us? To know thyself. You know who you are. You know what you believe. You know how you feel. You don't need no mother of nothing baskets or nobody's goddamn church or nowhere else to try to tell you, come on in, sister, back in the fold for you goes to hell and all of that type of thing. No, you stay where you at before you go there. That's what you do. Okay. And it's not about being rebellious against anybody or anything. They're not your leader. They're not your God. Like I said in one reading before, there's one king. Period. Right. So they're going to try to pull you in, tell you to come on back home, or to come home, and all of this type of thing. A place that's not your home. Okay. Only to try to trick you, fool you, cajole you, control you, and all of that type of thing. Again, this person is nothing but I'm hearing a colonizer, and I'm not saying it's a white person or anything like that. I'm saying it's the same state of mind. Okay, that barbarism shit, barbaric shit. Please. Okay, the world is moving forward and the world is moving on. Now you stay your ass stuck there if you want to, and leave Aries the fuck alone. Right? Let's continue on. And that person who crosswatch probably don't even get it. What she mean by that? Let's keep going. This has something to do with money, as usual, as per usual. It's always about money. Okay, old world shit. Half the world don't even use pennies no goddamn more. And countries, whole countries and cities and whatnot is telling motherfuckers, no, we don't take cash no more. You gotta have a card or some shit like that, a cashless society. But this motherfucker still somewhere sitting there looking greedy for I want some coin, father coin, give me some money. Okay, that shit is about dead, done, and over with, real soon. They're not going to be able to expand here. They're not going to be able to grow from what it is they're trying to do to you. They're going to find themselves somewhere sitting with their heart broke. Okay. Okay. Trying to, didn't I say something about stolen legacy or something like that? And stole from other people, trying to steal from you, or whatever this thing is about money. Okay, that they may possibly get, and when they go somewhere to try to spend it, they'll be shocked as shit when the motherfuckers like, we don't take that shit no more, motherfucker. Where the fuck have you been? Where's your chip, goddamn? Okay. Where's the chip? But yeah, moving on. Okay. Anyway, this person is gonna find them. What they really need to do is they really need to go somewhere and do some hard, instead of contemplating on how to trick you and cajole you and put you somewhere where they feel like you should be so they can control you and all that kind of stuff. They need to be in this Dr. Grant status. But I feel like what's going to end up happening is, because we don't know when shit gonna happen. We really don't know. We don't know what we're gonna wake up tomorrow morning again. It might be 1984. Okay, George Orwell and them. Okay. It may be the Hunger Games. They may sound that alarm, you know, that war alarm, and be like, you know, niggas, this block, okay, put your pajamas on, goddamn. What about because we ain't got time for that shit? Come on out of your house with guns drawn on your motherfucking ass and tell you that you going, this side of the street, going down the street, turn left to group L. Okay. I'm not saying that's going to happen. Nobody live in fear. I'm just saying. People like this, you're stuck. Wake the fuck up to help the world so we don't have to go through that shit. Okay? But you never know. All right? Maybe it'll only be people like this who's stuck. Okay? Who are obsolete. Okay? But anyway, it looks like, because what it looks like this person's going to be doing while they trying to get some money, and greedy and trying to be the man and all of that kind of stuff. They might even try to get you through money. But I kind of feel like they have tried that and looked and see that's just not going to work with you. Okay? Because anybody with a grain of half of a piece of a brain cells ought to know how to go make them some money nowadays. This shit is easy. We got these goddamn phones. You can do anything on the goddamn phone and go make you some money. Okay? It's not hard. We're not living in, like I said, in the 50s no more. Okay? And I used to be a substitute teacher. Okay? I still do it periodically, just not as much as I used to. But it was kids in the 8th grade making bank. How? They got YouTube channels. They got TikTok channels and shit. Okay? Making more than their teachers. Goddamn. Just putting their little talent out there. Okay? All right. Because what it looks like this person may end up doing is, while they're trying to stay out the field, it looks like that's exactly where they're going to find themselves, in the field. Just out in the field, working. Okay? I ain't going to say what I was about to say. Okay? I don't want to offend nobody. All right? But it looks like that's what they're going to end up. Because it's a state of mind. It's not about materialism anymore. Okay? We are moving out of that space and time. How many times do we have to be told that shit is about done and over with? Okay. So nevertheless, guard yourself against this person. I feel like you may already be guarded against this person. Because see what this person wants to do. Like I said, they want to control you. Okay? For whatever reason. They just it may not even be anything specific. You may just be too strong. You may just be too independent. You may just be too much of your own person. And that old world shit, motherfuckers don't like that shit. Who the fuck do they think? Who the fuck Aries think they is? What? I mean, that's old world barbarism. Okay. Them days is over. As I had told one woman in the grocery store one time, little old white woman thought she was gonna be real nasty to the little young pretty girl, black cashier who was doing nothing but her job. Okay, and she trying to give her hell. I was standing right there. I don't think so, ma'am. Okay, your transaction is the fuck done. Them days is over. Okay, that girl hadn't done anything. That's all the whole transaction. Okay. Them days is over. You just want to spew that shit off on people. Keep that shit and go about your fucking business. Okay? Maybe I'll tell the whole story one day. All right? But let's continue on. But, guard yourself against this. But I feel like you are well guarded. I feel like you don't have no worries, no issues, no concerns about this person coming in. They might even try to do some shit like that. Well, I don't know if I don't believe there's any seriousness here with this courting. Okay? If you were to get involved with this person or succumb to their scheme here, okay, this person just gonna take you down a long road, down a long path to hell. Okay, you'll be this mother, like their father sticks in reverse. You'll be this mother sticks in reverse. Okay, not knowing who you are. I'm hearing something about selfish. Okay, possibly selfish. Okay, and not in a positive way, but I also heard self-righteous. Okay. Thinking you know better than everybody and everything. This is what I'm hearing, but in reverse. Okay. Really not having any kind of knowledge of self. Okay, not knowing who you are. Okay, being controlled and cajoled by this old world shit. And maybe that's maybe it's just the spirit of them. It's just maybe something about you, Aries, is powerful. Maybe it's something that you're supposed to do to help usher in this new realm that we're going in. I don't know, okay? But they just want to keep you back where they are instead of them trying to move forward. But what difference does it make if they try to move forward or not? You're not. Are you tied to this person? Is this your wife? Is this your husband? Okay. Is this your mama, your dad? It wouldn't really matter who it is. Okay. It was a song, okay, I grew up, I told you about how I grew up in the church and everything. So we used to go to these Christian camps all the time. And there was this one song I used to love, okay. I wish we'd all been ready. It's about the rapture. Okay, 2 men walking up a hill, one disappears and one left standing still. I wish we'd all been ready. There's no time to change your mind. The sun has come and you've been left behind. That's this. Leave this person behind. They're leaving themselves behind. Okay, the sun, the illumination has come. Okay. You have disappeared. Okay. Or you gonna disappear. They want to keep you stuck down there with them. Okay. Because they ain't ready. Confirmation. They don't want to get ready, Aries. Let's just keep on going here and see what we have. Right. I wish we'd all been ready. There's no time to change your mind. The sun has come and you've been left behind. Okay, let's just keep on here. Okay. They're not going to be able to unground you, or they're not going to be able to slow you down. Okay. I feel like you're just balanced. You're very balanced. Okay. You kind of want to say to this person, you know what, cross watcher, you really just need to stop and give it up and go on somewhere about your business, okay? And get your ass ready so you ain't left standing on the hill, okay? But this person is blind, and I feel like they're spiritually blind. And you know what? They're not, it's like this person, them being stuck the way they are, okay? Spiritually, probably physically, maybe psychologically, okay, emotionally, all of these, okay, they're doing it to themselves, okay. It could be pride, it could be ego. Pride go before destruction, Holy Spirit before fall, whatever, okay. But they're blind, and they're doing it to themselves, okay. It's like, I feel it may not just be you, because it's like, well, why is this person bothering you? Okay, why does this person care? Why do they feel a need to stop their own life to bother you? Okay, and like I said, it could be maybe what you represent, maybe your personality, maybe what it is that you're called to do, maybe the demon in them, can't stay in your life, irritate the demons, they're demons and all of this type of thing, okay? But I feel like it's something about you that's just kind of like mysterious to this person. Like they don't understand you. Like I said, they may have people that look at them, look up to them, look at them as a leader, so on and so forth, but you don't. They're not your leader. You don't follow them in what they say. You lead yourself. Maybe they don't understand that, again, they're stuck, okay, I'm hearing old world order, okay? I know that's interesting, right, with that new world order shit. They've been talking about that shit ever since I can remember. I'm 54 years old. I think I first heard about that when I was like 10 years old. Okay, been talking about that shit forever. Okay, the powers that be, they playing that shit out hundreds of years. Okay, but I just feel like I'm not talking about that. Okay, that political whole ideology. I'm just talking about this old state of mind that this person is in, and it's kind of sad because I don't think this is an old person, okay? But they're just stuck, and they stuck on you, okay? And I feel, again, it's probably what you represent. so more so than you yourself. You may be everything that this person was taught against. If you understand what I'm saying, maybe you represent everything that this person was taught was wrong, possibly. Okay, from that old world domination. Okay, but you're a mystery to them, and it's like for them it's a I don't feel like, don't even take it personally at this point. If you've been dealing with this person for a while, you probably have been taking it personally, understandably so. But it's just like this person, they can't figure out how come they have no success here with you. Okay, no victory here over you, but also with you. You know what I'm saying? You probably don't even paying attention to this person. Okay, or really look at this person. Or I'm hearing idealize. Is it idealize? No, idolize this person. Okay, and they just can't figure it out. And it's probably some sexual shit here too with the Ace of Sticks here. Okay, I'll just show it to you in reverse. Okay, you know this person may have all the women, they may have all the men, maybe all the people, whatever, look up to them and like them and want to be with them sexually and stuff like that, and you don't. Okay, or you're not interested. Okay, or you're not running after them for that. Okay, they don't understand that. Okay, and honestly, though, as weird as it is, this person here, I feel like while they can't understand why you don't idolize them, in a way they idolize you. They've put you on some kind of pedestal. They look at you as like this star figure, star power. Okay, I'm hearing dope. Okay, so they may think that you're dope. Okay, but I'm also hearing the word dominant. They do look at you as a dominant, supreme figure, I'm hearing. Okay, and it's just like, it's like that you got the yin and the yang in all of us, the dark and the light, okay, in everything. So it's like in one respect, it's like this, probably this admiration, so on and so forth. But then there's that other part of them, that old world thing that's just like, well, why can't I dominate them? And this is like they're working on, and they might have been working on this a long time with you, Aries, trying to figure out how. How can I dominate Aries? Or even how can I get to your level, okay? Your level of understanding things. I don't feel like this person is spiritual at all. So even, I do, like I said earlier, religious, okay? Probably just in the dogma, the dogmatic aspects of religion, okay? This is what they know. This is what they understand. This is what they hold on to. And they don't plan on moving away from, because it gives them some kind of strength. This person, as weird as it may be, this person may even want to have a family with you, okay? With the Ten of Coins up right here. Okay, and I feel like they feel like they know that you won't backstab them, you wouldn't betray them. They feel like they could have a good family with you, a good home structure with you, or they feel like they wouldn't do that to you if they've done it to others, if they're some kind of player here. But the reality is, this person just is not free. Okay, they're not living in any kind of freedom here. Okay, very immature energy. Okay, I'm hearing belligerent. Okay, again, that domineering thing, they feel like they have to do that, but they're still like, they're just immature. Okay, I'm hearing wealth. Okay, like, yeah, with that Ten of Coins here, it's something about maybe whatever kind of work you do, maybe you make a lot of money, or they feel like you have the what do they call, potential to make a lot of money, or they feel like you all could come together and make a lot of money. See, this person wants some kind of home life. Okay, they want the what they call the nuclear family home life. Okay, and I'm not saying anything is wrong with that. I think that's a beautiful thing. All right, but we do see there are changes in the world, okay, in regards to that. And what human beings ain't gonna do nothing but to adapt to the changes and make it work for them. If the shit don't work no more, the shit don't work no more. And over time, human beings will change things. The family structure will change, okay? This, like I said, this is not Leave It to Beaver, Cleaver and them. That was a beautiful thing. But we know human beings adapt to change because we don't have a choice. This person is stuck, okay, in an old paradigm. I'm not saying that nuclear family structure is going to completely be done away with, okay, and it don't matter, and we don't need all. I'm not saying that, okay, but we see families are not as they once were, what we call family. It's not that anymore. Okay, and it's not that it might be a population of people that want it to be that. I ain't saying it's right or wrong. I ain't giving no commentary on what I think. Don't on what I personally feel. Don't get it twisted. Can Monad say no? Monad ain't saying shit about what she personally thinks or believes. I'm just telling you what it is. Okay. And human beings will adapt to that change, but this person is stuck there. Leave it to Cleaver, Molly, Molly Cleaver, whatever the fuck her name was, okay, from back in the day. This is a person, like I said, immature, probably stunted at some point in time, wanting that, but not realizing, let me look and see. I have to break down some of these ideals that we have been given because times are changing. Doesn't mean you're wrong, doesn't mean you're bad, doesn't mean you none of that. Okay, but this person just gonna find themselves in a wheel of misfortune when it comes to you. Okay, they don't have no options when it comes to you. Okay, because you ain't playing. I don't feel like you want this person. All right. Anything else? Confirmation. This person really just need to want themselves and focus on themselves. Okay. Let's see. What else do we have? Anything else for Aries here? Six of Baskets in reverse. Okay, and one part, a person may listen to this and be like, oh, that's so sweet. They want marriage and home life with Aries. They just, a little fucked up. They just need a little bit of help and blah, 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 this, that, and the other. But this person, again, don't forget they want to dominate and control Aries because you represent something. You're not that old world order shit. And they want to make you be that. Six of Baskets in reverse. This person ain't gonna do nothing nice and sweet and kind for you. They gonna do some shit to hurt your feelings. Eight of Knives. It came out sideways. This person is stuck mentally. They need to get out. And maybe in a way they're working on it. Okay. Maybe it's something about you, them watching you, and just let them. You can't stop anybody from watching you. Okay. But you can damn sure stop them from whatever it is they're trying to do to cajole you back to a space and time where they are. Okay, so that they're comfortable, okay, with your being, okay. This person don't love themselves. It's Baskets in reverse, okay. Five of Baskets, okay, came out sideways, okay. They might have some regret or they will, I don't know. Let me see. They don't care, okay. They don't care how they feel. They don't care how they treat you. They just, this thing that's in them, that's a problem for them that they're not getting help for, is just, they're going to let that rule and dominate them, rule and regulate and control them, okay? Okay, and again, it's money. Money is a big factor here with this person, okay? With the Eight of Baskets over, I just feel like just, stay away from this person, okay? Don't let them near you. I'm hearing, okay, or come near you, okay, with their BS. Let's see if we can get some names. Hold on. Okay, that's that again. See him walking away from that old world shit. It's stacked up. Now it was beautiful. I have a very difficult time. I'm gonna tell you because I love old world structure. Oh my god. And I'm living in Cleveland, Ohio. Okay, in Cleveland, Ohio, I found out it was a 6th city. It's an old motherfucking city. It ain't the oldest, but it's old. I said it. I think they said it was the 6th city in the United States. So it's some old world shit here. Some old structures. Oh my God, it's just the library and shit built out of marble and shit. You know what I'm saying? The downtown library. I love old. I love old antiques, real wood, and I love it. And the shit now, the buildings now, you look, and my grandmother was like, look at that plywood. That's what she would call it. And you like, that building ain't gonna last for shit. But these old buildings been here forever. I love it. It's beautiful. And sometimes I'm like, man, I wish stuff could be like it used to be. The way people used to dress. Women would dress head to toe, and men would have their suits on and whatnot. It was just so sharp. Sometimes on hot days, though, I look at pictures like that and be like, hey, wasn't they hot? You know what I'm saying? But I have to realize we're moving. We're moving. It's changing. Doesn't mean it won't be something just as valuable as that at one point, because one day all the beauty that I see, it's not going to be here. Okay. I hate to hear about like those old buildings and old churches like in New York City, and like hear them old cities that were like historical landmarks, and just the knowledge of those workers getting up there and doing all of that detail on all of that real material, and then the church had a fire or some shit like that, and it's just gone. Or they may have to tear the old building down because it's empty and there ain't nothing else to put in there, and all this kind of stuff. I hate it, but it's just like we're moving. There, one day won't none of this shit be here. It wasn't always here. You know what I'm saying? So I guess that was just my little thing. But what I'm saying is, at one point, all of that, it was the yard was beautiful. Look at it, it's weeds now. The yard was beautiful. The house, the frame, and everything was nice and pretty. It wasn't all dusty. Let's just say that was white. Maybe it was painted white. We don't know, And all of that was just nice, and it was polished and whatnot. But after so much use, look what happened to it. People stopped tending to the grass and the weeds and whatnot, and see what happened to it. And it's over now. It had its heyday. It's done and over with now. And this person is walking away from that. Okay, that's what this person needs to do. Okay, but you know what? When people, that's a certificate card. Sometimes that's we talking about people's foundations for life, and people have a very difficult time when you talk about their foundation. It's like a crumbling of their life. They built their life, on these ideals. Whether they're actually what's the word I'm looking for? Real or not? That's not the word I'm looking for. But real or not, based on reality or not, still people build their life on it. Their everything, their whole structure, how they see the world, how they understand everything. That's difficult for a person to just walk away. Okay, but it can't be done, and it must be. Okay, here we have from the Inner Garden Oracle, courage. That's what this person needs, some courage. Failure is not defeat until you stop trying. Okay. Well, that was the wrong card for that person. Crosswatcher, that was the wrong card for your motherfucking ass. Because stop trying. Because Aries is not giving in to your shit. All right? But I certainly hope that resonates. Oh, I said I was going to get some names. Let me see if I can get some names for you, Aries. Okay, I heard Tom, Thomasina. Okay, George, Joanne, Joy, and Joey. Okay? Did I say Jordan? Okay. Philip, Reese. I think I said Tom already. Carol. I'm hearing the word divine. Somebody's name might be Divine. Like Loretta Divine. Okay. Barry. Bostwick. I think I heard that before. Bostwick. Carrie. Okay. O'Neill. Cassandra. Vernon. Vera. Let me see. Lori. Lauren. Carolyn, I believe I said Carol, but Carolyn, Isaiah, John, I don't know if somebody likes custard, cream custard. I heard that. I heard custard cream. Okay, you like that soft serve ice cream. Isn't it custard? Yeah, something like that. Okay, let me see. Desiree, Denisha, Stan, Sam, Crystal, Arlise, Aaron, Felonia. Never heard that before. Felonia. Frank, Franklin, Frederick. Okay, I think that's it. Ages 21, 37, 38, 42, 65, 1972, 1971, 74, 78, 73, 1982, 1981. I'm hearing the name Eric. March is significant. May is significant. April is significant. September, October is significant. Okay, I think that's it. All right, I certainly hope that resonated with some areas. I ask that you all like, share, and subscribe. To those who have subscribed to my channel, thank you. If you have not, but you watch my videos, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, thumbs up, comment, come over, see what's happening here at I Am the Monad Tarot. I hype my videos, y'all. You all have favor. Peace.